after that, let's move on to the next matchup, and that is the Cleveland Cavaliers against New York Knicks.
Yeah. Now, juicy.
I'm super keen for this, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Man, this one's a hard one, bro. This one's a hard one. So season series, Knicks 3, Cavs 1.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say Cavs in 7.
I was thinking Cavs in 6 or 7.
I was saying 6. Cavs in 6.
Either way, it's gonna be a banger.
I think I'm gonna say Cavs in 6, and I'll give my reasoning in a bit.
Cavs in 6 for me.
Cavs in 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason I think Cavs in 6 primarily is because Julius Randle is gonna have a hard time driving in on those fucking twin towers that the Cavs have, man. Like between Mobley and Allen, there's just so much fucking length there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and Randle, like, is very predictable. He only goes to his left hand as well.
Yeah.
Like when he drives. So like, man, I don't know. Like, I just feel like he's not gonna have the best time. I mean, it's tough to say.
Julius Randle, he almost has to prove himself that he can make it big in the playoffs, like in the big stage, because we saw what happened against the Hawks, right?
Yeah.
Like he had the best season of his career to date at that point, and come playoff time, like he just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So he almost has to prove himself that he's actually capable of doing this in the postseason.
For sure, yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm looking out for in terms of Julius Randle. But I mean, Jalen Brunson is a beast.
Yeah.
He's a dog. He's proven. He's playoff proven.
Yeah, he is. And
He's
like,
consistent though.
Consistent
enough against the Cavs.
In big games,
the Cavs are pretty consistent.
He comes up big in big games when you need him to, and that's why he's so good, and that's why the Mavs miss him. He literally does anything you need him when you need him to do it.
Nah, he's fucking solid, man. Like, yeah, he's fucking solid. I think he might even deserve an All NBA spot, but I think the guard positions. But I think the guard positions are just too stacked for him to get. That's the issue because he's had that good of a season, but like you can't put him against some of the other guards. That's a different topic.
There's also name value as well. It's like
100%,
Jalen Brunson. You don't put him really against the top tier list
like
of
Curry and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, man, Jalen Brunson, if he's getting guarded by Garland and Mitchell, bro, that's he's gonna eat on those matchups, man. Unless the Cavs put like a Coro on him, you know what I mean?
They 100% would, yeah. Look, Donovan Mitchell, he can hold his own on defense, man. It's Darius Garland.
If he's locked in, Donovan Mitchell overall since he came into the NBA, he hasn't been that great of a defender. He was touted as like a D-Wade elite type of defender coming out of college, but since he's come into the NBA, I think, it's just because like the offensive burden he always had, you know.
That's true, but I think this season he has made an effort to put more.
Yeah.
Like his steal numbers, his block numbers has gone way up.
And he's got all the tools.
It's career highs, and he's got the build to stand his ground and stuff.
Yeah.
So the question is, to your point, like how much offensive weight are the Cavs going to put on Mitchell? And how much does he have left in the tank to play decent defense? Yeah. Because this series...
We're going to stretch it to 6 to 7.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be so grinded out, man. Like, the way these two teams play is old school, old school basketball. Yeah.
It's also a question, like, is the Knicks defense... I think the Cavs are number 1 in defensive rating, if I remember correctly. So they're fucking stifling.
Yeah.
Another question is, can the Knicks contain Garland and Mitchell? Because, like, bro, like 90% of the Cavs offense goes through those two guys, right?
Yeah.
And like you look at the Knicks, like Jalen Brunson is like what 6'1", 6'2", so he's already a bit undersized. I know Garland and Mitchell are both 6'1".
Yeah.
Quinton Grimes, promising defender, but I mean he's not really proven, right? Yeah. And then off the bench, Quickly's actually not bad if we're being honest. And then do you put Josh Hart on those guys? Like, there's a lot of question marks there. Like they don't really have that one like. Bang, you can just chuck this defender, clamp up Garland or Mitchell, hand him 48 minutes a game, you know, that a lot of different playoff teams have.
How good is Quentin Grimes' on-ball defense?
I'll be honest.
Is it average?
I have no clue.
I have not watched him that closely. From what I understand,
he can sort of hold his own.
I think he can, but like, man, you're dealing with a different beast though. You're looking at Garland and Mitchell, you know. So
because they could end up starting Josh Hart because he is known as a defensive minded player.
He is. I don't think he'll start. I think Tibbs is going to stay with Quentin Grimes, but like he'll play like 20 minutes and Josh Hart play like 35 off the bench. Like Tibbs actually has a bench at his disposal now.
Yeah, 100%.
Or at least guys is willing to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tough. I mean, Miles McBride, he's known as a defender. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really offer much else. So it's like, do you really want to put him out there?
Juice McBride.
It's tough, man.
I mean,
it's tough.
Looking at the season series, right? We got
So it's 3-1 Knicks.
Yeah.
So if you look at this third game, the Knicks won by 2 at home. Randall had 36 and 8 threes. And both Mobley and Allen were playing.
and they were all low scoring games.
Yeah. By
Up until
today's
this point,
standards,
yeah.
It's interesting. It's just like, can Randall be consistent enough, right?
Yeah.
I think, it's just hard.
And Brunson was going through a bit of a cold streak at that point as well. He did have a big chunk in the season where he was quite, underperforming. He had hot and cold streaks, to be fair.
I don't know. It really can go either way. I just feel like, can Randall hold his own against the Twin Towers?
So you reckon X factor is Julius Randle?
If I was to choose an X factor on each team,
Hartenstein.
you know what?
Hartenstein.
If I was to choose an X factor, man, on the Knicks, man, I'll say RJ Barrett. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Brunson, 100%. Randall, you kind of know what you're going to get out of him. Like, he's either very streaky or he's like... He's very streaky. He's either on or he's off, right?
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is that guy where it's like, I don't know, man. It's just... You don't really expect much from him, but he's got all the tools.
Yeah.
And, like, if the Cavs are going to put Okoro on Brunson...
Yeah.
He's going to have a huge height advantage. Like, he's 6'7". He's going to have a 6'1" guy guarding him. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
And, like, he actually had a very good, like, finish to the season as well. He was, like shooting well, scoring well. So, like, that might give him a bit of a confidence boost. Like, can he be that true third member of that Knicks big three is, like, my biggest question with him.
It depends who they put Garland on. Because they're 100% going to put their...
They're going to put Garland on.
They're going to put their taller wings on the best Knicks players.
Yeah.
And then...
No, they're going to hide Garland on Grimes.
Yeah.
100%,
Yeah. So... RJ Barrett, I don't know if he should play more offense or he should play more defense. Because, again, he could do both.
Yeah.
Like, he could lock down someone on a really good day.
He's got the size for everything, man. Yeah. And, like, I've watched a few Knicks games. Like, RJ Barrett's on-ball defense is actually not that bad.
Yeah, dude,
but it's
it's
his off-ball defense, like, his defensive IQ. Sometimes he gets lost.
Yeah.
That's where he kind of struggles, so...
Yeah,
it's tough, man.
It's going
It's
to be
very
pretty
tough.
good.
Then who would be your X factor from the Cavs?
For the Cavs? Ooh.
I'm going to say Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Evan Mobley because he's been playing really well to close off the season. Yeah, he's been a monster. Like, they're literally comparing him to, like, KG back in the day. And he's got the potential. And if he were to take that big step forward, it'd probably be now. Like, he's been building up to it all season.
Man, X Factor for the Cavs. I don't know. I think you look at the Cavs, the big glaring weakness for me, as it has been, is like their small forward position. It's like, what are you going to reliably get out of that position 48 minutes a night? You know, between Okoro, Cedi Osman, and Karis LeVert, right? Okoro can defend. His three-point shot has increased, but he doesn't really offer much. Like, unless he's wide open, he's not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
Karis LeVert, shot creator, improved defensively. I think is a bit streaky offensively still.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
He's probably their best option. Except, I mean, defensively, like, you lose. There's a bit of a trade-off there. Osman, he's either hot or he's cold, man. He'll come in, make six out of 6 threes, or he's going to shoot 0 out of 6 threes.
Yeah.
There's, like, no in-between with
he
that
doesn't
guy.
get consistent minutes anymore as well.
I think it's because of that as well. Yeah.
He was getting a lot of minutes to start the season, but, slowly sort of wound down.
Because the Cavs' offense is, like, 90% Garland and Mitchell, I think if a LeVert can step up, if an Osman can come in, provide an energy boost off the bench, hit like a few threes in a row. If Garland can, if Okoro can, prove that on top of his defense, he's not just a liability offensively. They're not playing 4 and 5. Like, I think that's pretty huge as well in terms of.
But you don't really need Okoro to.
You don't, but isn't like it would help.
Yeah.
If he can be like a bit of an off-ball threat,
you got like Garland and Mitchell dominating, probably 70% of the ball.
Yeah.
So. It's comes down to his shot making. Like on his open threes, which he'll probably get a lot of. How many of those can he actually make?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. I think it can go either way. Like, I just don't think you can rely on Julius Randle and like you can rely on Brunson, but Randle and Barrett are a completely different question. I don't think you can rely on them for a full-on 7-game grinded out series.
No.
Yeah. Cavs in 6. Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough.
So
it's a tough 6. Very close 6.
To cap it off, you are leaning towards Cavs in 7.
Yeah.
And we're leaning towards Cavs in 6.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good one.
Either way, it's
Can't
gonna
wait.
be a good series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It's just gonna be so like it's gonna be so funny because in the off season you got so many rumors of Donovan Mitchell going to the Knicks.
Yeah.
So that if Donovan Mitchell beats the Knicks in the first round, like that's just gonna be shitting on all of the Knicks
All the
fans.
rumors, yeah.
That would be an interesting storyline.
Well,
Stay tuned for the Western.
I guess that's it for the Eastern playoff matchups. Stay tuned for the next
West.
next video.